Hope you guys are having an awesome freaking day, and we're back in the shop working on the 240 again. So the goal for today is to get some stuff mounted, and then I can start working on plumbing those things. So I picked up this eBay catch can, and I'm thinking I want to mount it probably somewhere in this general vicinity. Obviously the goal is to try to get this thing tucked back as far as I can from the exhaust, try to get as far away from the heat as possible. But I also still have to be mindful that, oh, I'm about to drop it. Oh my God, I don't know how I saved that. Did y'all freaking see that? So anyways, I gotta be mindful of getting the height just right so I can have it, you know, low enough to clear the hood, and there's gonna be a little tiny filter on top, so I'll probably run it that way. And so I gotta be mindful of that. The problem with that is this thing, obviously the further you get back in here, it kind of gets a little bit taller. So I gotta mount this thing somewhere where I can have it, you know, hopefully not too close to the exhaust, but where I can get it deep enough to kind of sit like that. And I was looking at it the other day, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do some sort of little L bracket that comes out from here and then comes over across like that, so I can mount it on the back of these bolts right here. And then we'll be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some pieces, get them welded up, and go test fit it in the car. I got my little bracket made up. I polished this thing, which now I'm kind of wishing I didn't, because the weld looked a little bit better before I polished it. You can still kind of see the ripples in it, but hold on. It kind of just made it look like a big glob versus right there. You can kind of see where the ripples were. Somewhere right in there, and then the catch can just kind of mount on the other side of it, like that. I had to put 2 self-tappers and just put it into there. So here's a little trick for if you need to put a self-tapper in something and you don't really have enough room to put the drill in here. Obviously, if you have a right angle, all I got to do now is come in here and I can drive the screw without having to have room for a drill and all that stuff. So looks good. I'll show you a close-up. Then the lines obviously will come from here, get grouped together, come around, and then I'm gonna try to spin this PCV so it'll come out of here, go in, and come back into here. I think for the rest of the day today, I'm gonna just try to get this radiator mounted up. Maybe cut these little things like I talked about already. The radiator's got like these little fins that come out, so I might be able to notch it down here just a little bit, just real carefully, just notch out a tiny little bit, and hopefully clear around that section, make it fit a little bit better. Right now I just can't fit the radiator. The fans are just too thick. It's hitting right there. So gotta do something. I've been trying to get this thing to fit in here a little bit better. Obviously this is really close and I can't fit my my fan shroud in here. So I got these cut down like y'all saw, and it's not really helping me now, but it will help me in a second because I'm gonna notch this some more and then I'll be able to lean this forward. It might come all the way up to just like right at the edge. Maybe I'll just go just a little bit more at first. It still doesn't fit. I cut it more, and it's a new day, and I'm still having this issue. I worked till 10 o'clock on it last night. My friends got here, and just hung out with them. I could not get this thing to fit. I even notched these things out so I could try to come straight in with the thing to get more room up here. And then with the little pins, it would just drop through here. I could push it like that and maybe get it to fall in. The solution, I think, for right this minute, I might just run the fan with no shroud, because that's how much room I have. It's not much, but it will work, and hopefully it'll keep it cool. We'll see. Honestly, if it'll just last a couple months until it starts getting warmer outside, maybe the temps start to go up on the coolant temps, then maybe I can try to get like a thinner radiator or some thinner fans. Or what would be really sick is if this lasts till next season and I have more money built up and I can rip all this out of here and cut the car right here, do a tube front end, put the radiator wherever I want, and it'll just be way better. The reason I said this is because I can just get the car rewired with a switch panel, get rid of all this ugliness, plus that'll make it easier to do the tube front end and all that sort of stuff. That would be really good. If it'll just make it one season this way with pretty okay coolant temps, I'll be really happy. But I think for right now, just gonna run it with no shroud. I'm gonna pull this radiator back out of here. Maybe start working on the intercooler piping, or maybe I'll go through and finish that fuel line, put some heat wrap on some stuff, and just try to get more done. It's already 3 o'clock, and I've been working on this radiator for freaking forever. So just got this really nice new fuel line made. Got some heat wrap on here, and then underneath it's just regular rubber hose, and it's got AN fittings on both sides with the barb. I can perfectly run this into my return, and then I'll probably just run it under the heater core line, P-clamp it somewhere in here so it kind of stays as far from the exhaust as possible. And yeah, I'm stoked with it. Now it matches the rest of these like braided AN lines that'll kind of go with that similar vibe. I got the fuel return all finished up, P-clamp down underneath the heater hose. Got the heater hose wrapped in some heat resistant stuff, heat resistant like fiberglass material, since it's going to be close to the exhaust. And then now I'm kind of even more finishing up some of these fuel lines and getting them cleaner. Before, this was like zip tied together like this, and then it curved back around and kind of grabbed the fuel line right there. Before I bent it up, just went all the way down through here and like right next to the turbo, something like that, so I can keep it up here tucked under this little lip right here. Put my purple cover back on here. It looks so sick. Stoked with it. All the main stuff that needed to get done on this side is pretty good now, so yeah, man, it's coming together. I think that's gonna do it for this video. If y'all like the video, drop a big like down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.